Good evening, my name is Robert and I try things. On Thursdays I try whatever game or games are free from the Epic Game Store that week. This week we have two games. There they are. Two games. We have Earthlock and Surviving the Aftermath. I don't know anything about either of them. Surviving the Aftermath looks like a post-apocalyptic type thing. I don't know whether there are zombies involved or whether it was like a nuclear apocalypse, but hey, cheers to Rubinsky. Drinking my my Wild Turkey 101 out of my Knob Creek glass. Voice is on the quiet side. Why is the voice on the quiet side? Why would the voice be on the quiet side? Nothing has really changed. I can turn up the gain. Can I get a little from here? I haven't had to turn up the gain in a while. Is that better? It kind of No, you're totally right, Eric. The levels are really low, and I don't want to like pump it all the way up here, but I also don't want to pump my gain all the way up. What has happened? I moved my computer tower from over here to over here. It is like just out of frame here, thankfully. I'll turn the gain up to 9. No. I'll turn the gain up to that, and I guess I'll pump the volume all the way up. So I moved my computer, and in doing that, I moved, I had to unplug and replug everything. And I wonder if maybe I plugged the microphone into a different port on one of my, what are they called? Not splitter, hubs. One of my USB hubs. I have 2 of them. By the way, fun fact, USB can handle 128, or at least it used to be able to. It's probably more now. USB 2 could handle up to 128 devices on a single bus, on a single, a bus is not necessarily one physical port. A bus could be like the cluster of 4 ports that are on the back of your computer or whatever. Nothing really has changed except for moving the computer. Okay, let me turn up the gain a little bit more. I don't know, maybe that'll help, maybe it won't. Music's a tad loud. Okay, music hasn't changed. There's no physical device related to the music. I did not move the gain. I didn't change anything software-wise. And I'm looking at the levels, and it's thankfully not picking up the computer. So I got a new motherboard also a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday that it just decided that it was gonna die. Well, no, not that it was gonna die. That, what am I trying to say? So I've been having issues, I think I've talked about a few times, where the system just absolutely refuses to recognize the video card. It doesn't show up in BIOS, it doesn't show up in post, there's no signal at all. It lights up, but that's it. It can't be installed, there's no driver issue, whatever. And so I've tried, moving it to a different PCIe slot, and I've even replaced the card once, and then I replaced the motherboard also to just see whether the motherboard was the problem. No, there's no dial on the bottom of mine, but there is a... No, that's for if I have headphones plugged into it. There is a volume thing. Yeah. for if I have headphones plugged into the mic for monitoring myself. Well, anyway, I replaced the motherboard, and I was still having the issues with the graphics card. So, problem was not the motherboard. It was the graphics card again. I did up the game. I did do that. So, maybe we'll just have to leave it there. I don't know. Because the microphone had been plugged into, come on now, a USB extender. But now that the mic is physically closer to the computer, the cable all on its own can reach directly to the computer. So that shouldn't have changed anything unless I maybe plugged it into a different port and that changed something about the way that it picks up sound. I don't know. Anyway, so I replaced the motherboard, and then I did get an RMA for the card and replaced that again with the refurbished card. So now I have a brand new motherboard and a brand new card, and theoretically should not have any more issues. And if I have issues again, I'm gonna punch something. I'm gonna punch... What am I gonna punch? Probably my desk. What else am I gonna punch? I don't have a punching bag anymore. I have 2 couches I could punch, I suppose. I'll punch a hole. There we go. I'll punch a hole right in the middle of my triangle. I'm not gonna punch Rubinsky. I wouldn't punch a person. It's not a person's fault. Now I would need to make sure that I don't accidentally punch a stud in the wall. I do not want to break my hand. It is only like 1/2-inch drywall, so it's not a big deal. I could punch through that, but I just have to make sure not to hit solid pine too. That would be really bad. So you know, I could do the little knocky stud finder thing. Yeah, no, I'll probably punch one of the giant cushions that are on this couch down here that we don't use, that we keep meaning to sell/give to a friend of ours, but she's forgetful and non-committal about it, and so are we. But she's gonna be moving to New Jersey probably within the next 6 months. Punch the garbage can? No, we have a pretty garbage can. It's a nice stainless steel thing with the lid, and the arm that holds up, or that lifts up the lid and the pedal and everything doesn't break, or hasn't broken, and we've had it since we got married 6.5 years ago. Don't know if you did to dox me, fly halfway across the states, break into my house, and then edit minor settings. Why would... People have done weirder things. It's like, I hear stories about tornadoes that tear the roof. New Jersey has good beer. Not enough reason to go there. Not good enough reason to go there. No, she's, so she works for Hills, same company that Paige does. And Hills is owned by Colgate, and Colgate owns a whole bunch of other stuff. Something different. My PC is fixed and my beer is missing. Speaking of beer, I did find a random 6-pack that I forgot I had. KC Beer Company Winterbock. It's a dark, double decocted, dark Doppelbock lager. So that's going to be good when I get to it. Your favorite artist lives in New Jersey? Who's your favorite artist that lives in New Jersey? I still, it's not a good enough reason to go there. We went there for a wedding once, and we hardly spent any time actually in New Jersey. The wedding was on the beach, so that's like barely. So like there's the water and then the beach, and like, yes, technically you're in New Jersey, but you're on the water. But then we did spend most of a day in New York City, because nowhere in New Jersey is very far away from New York City, because New Jersey is itty bitty. But where was I going with that? New Jersey has a good Ren Fair? Yeah, still not a good enough reason to go to New Jersey. New York City, get a rope? Is there a joke that I don't get there, Eric? Get a rope? I proposed to Paige in Central Park. That was most of the point of going to New York City, was to propose. Old commercial, get a rope. Okay, I have to look this up. I have to look this up. New York City Get a Rope commercial. Pace Picante. So Pace Salsa? Okay. Get a Rope. Okay. From 93. Eric, you gotta remember, I was 4.
Hey, Cookie, more pecani sauce. Yeah. This ain't Pace pecani sauce. What's the difference? Cookie. Pace pecani sauce is made in San Antonio with fresh vegetables and spices by people who know what pecani sauce is supposed to taste like.
That stuff's made in New York City?
New York City?
Get a rope.
Pick up the original.
Okay, so are they gonna hang him or are they gonna drag him behind a horse? Because those are your options. Yeah, your family's in New Jersey. Or excuse me, in New York. I don't think I actually remember that commercial, but I do remember there being commercials for Pace Salsa. But I don't remember that one in particular. But it was either they were going to hang him or they're going to drag him behind a horse. I did not see any trees in their environs. Presumably they were cowboys on a cattle run in the middle of the desert, so there really aren't any trees. So they were probably going to drag him behind the horse. However, if there's anybody you don't want to piss off in the middle of nowhere, it's your cook. Just saying. Maybe wait until you reach your destination to take care of him giving you Yankee salsa. I don't know. Whatever. Who knows? So, this is gonna be, unfortunately, my last stream for a little bit. Sunday, we're gonna have a Friendsgiving. So I'm gonna be busy with that. And then next Thursday is Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be in Arizona. Yes, I will be in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. I wonder what the weather's like there right now. My history went straight to Dunellen, Eric. Okay, no, let me actually type. Come on now. So that's today. Highs about 10 degrees higher than we had today, but lows in the 40s and 50s, it looks like. By the way, what you sketching, Eric? Okay, so like 70s, like 60s and 70s. And I know it's the desert, so it gets cold at night, true, but like, yeah. Versus next week weather here. Let's look at Topeka. Except it doesn't let me actually type in the search box. Like 20, 30 degrees colder here in Topeka. So I'm going to be happy to be in Arizona again. Eric is lurking while sketching. He sketches pretty much every day, sometimes multiple times a day. I was in, Eric, I do have to apologize about not catching your stream earlier. I was in the middle of reading a book. And that's all I have to say for myself. I was reading a book. Paige had not, I believe, gotten back home yet. Or if she had, she was like napping. So I hadn't really interacted with her. But yeah, I was reading. That's my excuse. That's my reason there. So, speaking of Thanksgiving and potentially going to see family, so I'm going to be in Arizona seeing some family that I haven't seen in a very long time, the Gonzalez's. So it's, hey, it's hydrate time, hydrate or dihydrate with actual dihydrogen monoxide. It's not that I feel like I have to be there, Eric. I do want to be there to support you in your stream. I know for a little bit we were working on getting you to affiliate, trying to get you streaming during the day, but then you decided you weren't really pursuing that, which is fine. It's your prerogative, whatever. You know, I mean, you see me with my, 1.5 viewers right now. So what was I trying to say? I don't know where I was going with that. I just feel like I want to be there to support you. It's the main thing. Anyway, so Arizona. Used to spend summers there. I have an aunt who retired there. My grandma's younger daughter. She only had 3 children, right? Yes, my grandma had 3 children, and then my grandpa had 2 prior to their marriage. Okay, so my grandma had 1. My grandpa had 2. Both of them from prior marriages. And then together they had 2. They had my aunt who lives in Arizona now and my dad. She is potentially the most responsible person I know in my whole life. This is Lily, by the way. Exclamation mark Kitty in chat to count the number of times cats have shown up on stream. My aunt is potentially the most responsible person I know. She is actually in the middle of dealing with some drama in her former workplace that she retired from. The girl who replaced her embezzled hundreds of thousands of dollars from the company, mostly in the form of Amazon orders and remodel stuff for her house. That's what happens when there are no, when you don't have a responsible person in charge of your finances, and also when there are no safeguards or audits in place. And so when they first found out about it, they fired her and begged my aunt to come out of retirement and fix all the crap that she had screwed up. And she wasn't like recording things properly. She hadn't paid their workman's comp insurance. She had screwed up payroll and retirement benefits and things like that. She had done an absolutely horrible job. And so they begged my aunt to come out of retirement and fix all that. And they were like, okay, rather than taking this to court, rather than sending you to jail for embezzling what they thought at the time was about 10 grand, we're just gonna, we're gonna have this agreement that we won't send you to court and you won't falsely accuse us. Oh, hi, Johnny did the kitty. Hi, Johnny. You won't falsely accuse anybody here of sexual harassment because that's what women like that will do. But since then, they've discovered so much more crap that she'd done, criminal stuff, that I would be very surprised if she did not end up in court/jail eventually. But probably after my aunt fixes all of that junk. Ads for 1 minute, by the way. Anyway, this is the aunt that we're going to hang out with, stay with, sort of stay with. She actually has a friend who lives near her that I kind of know from when we would spend summers in Arizona. I know Mike Resendez. Wait a minute. No, hold on. Mike Resendez. That's not the guy my middle name is after, right? Hey, Nana. It may be my middle namesake. Hey, Nana. So my middle name is, I guess it's fair to say, my middle name is Michael. And I'm named after my dad's, at the time, best friend. I feel like they probably haven't talked since not long after I was born. But we're gonna stay at this guy who I believe that's who he is house. He has a vacation house there in Hapstead. Me and Paige and several other family members are gonna be renting it from him for the week. What was I gonna say? Anyway, and so we're gonna do Thanksgiving, and we're gonna do my grandparents' 80th and 85th birthday celebrations. My grandma turned 80 in July. My grandpa turns 85 in December. And yeah, it's gonna be a blast / crazy / probably fairly frustrating and infuriating, but I am glad that I get to see this family that I have not seen in a while. These family members that I haven't seen in a while. And several of the California family that haven't been able to make it to Kansas City and I haven't made it to California are probably going to be there as well. Happy Thursday, Johnny, by the way. So yeah, so no stream this coming Sunday. Gonna be Friendsgiving. Oh, it's gonna be a heck of an experience. Half of my family is half Mexican, if that tells you anything. So this coming Sunday, Friendsgiving. Next Thursday, Thanksgiving. And then the next Sunday, we're actually going to be traveling back. Landon, what's up, dude? Happy almost Friday. How was work? What you been up to? We're going to be traveling back here. So I won't be streaming again until December. Holy crap. Nope. The 30th. I won't be streaming again until November 30th. So we're going to make the most of this one. I'm going to try both of these games. I am going to try both of them, even if I have to stay up a little later. Some computer science courses. What are the course subjects? That was my minor, more or less. It could have been my major. I probably would have been pretty good at it, except for the math. Math has not been my strong suit, and there's a lot of math programming. But that was basically my minor. Programming. What language are you learning? I know, or in my experience, college programming courses, unless it's specifically a course on a specific language, they'll teach you some of a language, but the courses are more about like the principles of programming rather than any particular language or languages. Java's good. Lua, I am not familiar with at all. Java is ubiquitous. Java is everywhere, so it's good to know Java. I don't know Java, but it's good to know Java. Lua, I believe, maybe is at least some of what OBS is written in, or you can at least use Lua scripts in OBS. God, there are so many programming languages. I don't even want to think about it. Yeah. Okay. So let's give, I know I set the category originally to be Earthlock because that's what I want the stream to be categorized under, but we're going to try Surviving the Aftermath first because that's probably the one that I'm going to like the least. Let me change this category. And we will get that started. So like I said, I'm not familiar at all with what these games are about. It looks like this might be going through the EA launcher, potentially. I can tell that it's post-apocalyptic. I don't know what style of game it is. I don't know what the premise of the story is. I don't know why this launcher is freezing. I'm going to bring the music back and also change the station. There we go. It is the EA launcher. No, Paradox. I have played Europa Universalis, so I ought to have an account here. Let me just drag this over here and try this. Hey, it worked. Okay. What about Python? You're pretty much fluent in Python. I mean, if you speak English, you can almost speak Python. Python is my understanding is it's a compiled language that actually, basically, you write your Python in more seemingly natural language, and then it converts itself into one of the C's, I believe. And really, under the hood, Python is whatever variant of C that it is. It's just more natural language. Okay. Surviving the Aftermath, playset. I don't know what any of that is. We're just going to try this. Very much correct. Okay. Yeah, that's my understanding of it. I don't know Python, but my understanding is it's not very difficult to learn because it is natural language, but it gets converted to whichever C variant. C, C++, or C#. One of those. Okay, so this is an online game. Is it PvP? I hope it's not PvP. I don't want to sit here and queue for 15 minutes.
scouring the wreckage for something to hold on to. Searching for someone to light the way forward.
I don't know if a post-apocalyptic landscape is the kind of place you want to be sending up a signal flare. Wait, is this a base building thing? Huh. Okay. Hasta la pasta, Landon. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Good weekend. Enjoy your Coke. Oh, yeah. How is your Coke Zero addiction? I wanted to hear about that. Okay. Guide your people to survive and eventually thrive against all odds in this post-apocalyptic landscape. Custom rules or play a scenario. Now, let's just try a normal game. It's devastating. Are you still drinking 4 liters a day? Because that's a lot. That's an entire gallon, and that's not. Modern civilization is gone. It fell apart in a time when rivaling superpowers fought over power and technology. Too focused on themselves, no one noticed what was coming until it was time. You got it down to 3. That's better. That's better. Why don't you try to get it down to 2? Because that is still a lot, but it's a lot better than 3 or 4. Skies rained down fire as thousands of comets and massive objects pummeled the inner solar system. There's no way you could protect yourself from that, even if countries weren't fighting each other. On Earth, cities were leveled and replaced by vast wastelands. As nations vanished, the remaining factions waged decades-long wars over scraps until there were no armies left to command. Now we are all that remains, looking for a new home, looking for a new way to start over in this age we call the aftermath. Interesting. Can I use a controller? You are entering a post-apocalyptic world. I can. Where building a new beginning certainly has its challenges. The tutorial guides you to survive and thrive in this hostile environment and helps you learn the basic gameplay, interface, and game concepts. Would you like to enable it? Yes, I would. We want easy. Can I do no catastrophes? Can I just leave the catastrophes out of it? So is this like civilization in the post-apocalypse? Post-apocalypse? Plenty, yes. Okay, cool. In the wasteland, there's no right or wrong. The only thing that matters is survival. Everyone who's come this far has done or seen something they don't want to talk about, but that's not the way to build a better future. Let's leave the past behind and choose our way forward. I don't want progress in technology. Do I want survival and efficiency or health and safety? I think survival and efficiency. I've been reading some books recently that have really led me to think that it's really cool to be fairly self-sufficient on the land. Yeah. Okay, starting group of specialists. Do I want a scavenger, a fighter, a scientist, another scavenger, a scout, another scientist, scavenger, fighter? Okay, so scavenger, scout, fighter, or scientist. Raised by a doomsday prepper near New Orleans, Gloriosa was more than ready for a world-ending event. She's resourceful, curious, and just a little bit paranoid. Nothing captures her imagination more than a lock in need of picking. Named after the flame lily she tucked into her curly hair, she believes the world will bloom again. I'm interested in this scientist with the streak in her hair. Post-apocalyptic wastelands have been hard on her, driving this once optimistic beacon of joy to her breaking point. Her experience in saving people is invaluable, though. In saving lives, she sometimes finds a spark of her old self under the surface. You look very cracked. Hex has always been comfortable with death. She finds peace in its inevitability and tranquility, which surprisingly has made her better at her profession than most. She is a scientist. It's easier to focus on the living when you don't feel the need to still hang on to the dead. Valid. This guy looks nuts. Okay, no, I am drawn to this lady with the streak in her hair. Oh, I get to pick 2 specialists. Oh, okay, then I want Gloriosa as well. Okay, I like the teal flag with... What does my icon want to be? I like the tree. We're gonna do the tree. We'll do the tree. Okay, this is already better than I was expecting it to be. Colony name. What is my colony name gonna be? We'll just call it Green Street. Motto is gonna be Hakuna. No, hold on. What's a motto with you? There we go. Okay. I'm at 50% difficulty. I wish I could turn that down even further. Oh yeah, hydrate or dihydrate. Oh, that's loud. Mouse and keyboard or controller. Cool. Campsite is the center of the colony. Loading screen tips. Exploring the world map makes your colony known to others in the wasteland, so expect visitors with requests or demands. But the more you explore, the more visitors you're going to get. Post-apocalyptic world is harsh and people will die. Don't let it demoralize you. I don't like it. It will demoralize me. Pollution can be cleared from the ground to remove harmful effects. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Are we ever going to load? There's nothing in the progress bar. New types of crops yield more bountiful harvests or endure the elements. Keep an eye out for seeds. Make sure your colony can support new survivors before letting them in. Yeah, I can't be too much of a bleeding heart here. Many events have no right or wrong answers, so choose what you think is best for your colony. There's nothing going through this progress bar. What is happening here? Children grow up slowly, so you can't rely on just them to keep the colony expanding. Okay, so this feels like civilization in the apocalypse. Science points can be found on the world map. What is happening? Is there something in another screen that I'm supposed to be doing? I see something to allow the Epic Games connection. So that's a big strike against this. It opened the Epic Games integration in a different browser window on a different screen behind other things. Okay, I feel like this is frozen. I feel like my computer is good enough that I have sat here for too long. So we're going to try relaunching this. And then I can breeze through the options because I already read them. Ice Flake.
Everything we once knew.
We're gonna skip the intro. Halloween update, cool. You okay? Are we done? Okay, we are gonna have to start over. Hold on. Okay, no. I want Gloriosa and I want Stealth. Nope, this one. Okay. There we go. We have progress on the progress bar. Excuse me. People will die. Don't let it demoralize. That's gonna be rough. Okay, so I'm this one guy, and I'm here to build a colony. He's a settler. Settler starts a new, what now? Why are we drifting? Why are we drifting? Hold on, let me turn off the controller. See if that stops the drifting, because I really don't need to be drifting. Connection has been lost. Please reconnect the lost control. Hey, stop drifting! Why are we drifting? Bandits controlling entire sectors must be defeated before the sector can be exploited. Burying the dead is the right thing to do, but also smart, as corpses cause unhappiness and disease, I think is what it said. Are we gonna not drift? Why is this drifting? Fine, let's drift in the direction that it wants to go. And it's still, why are we drifting? Wait. The charging cord for my other controller was nudging the left stick of that other controller. Okay. Settler. Settler starts a new colony by unpacking and building the campsite. The campsite can be selected from the build menu, which presumably is the flashing button down at the bottom. Campsite. The first building of your new colony with limited scouting capabilities, as well as a small resource and water storage. First colonists can be invited by sending a flare from here. Basic colony map scouting. No construction resources required. Okay, so let's place that. Okay, right here is where our campsite is going to be.
The world is in ruins.
Oh, hey, finally it's
Things
woods.
once considered mundane are hard to find, and habitable land is no exception. A settler has finally found a spot for a new colony. With a place to call home, it is time for a new beginning. Welcome to the aftermath, survivor.
Okay, I have built the campsite. Or the progress of building the campsite, or yeah, building. Can I speed this up? No, it's done. Okay. Okay, open the build menu.
There are survivors waiting for a signal from the settler. They are cold and hungry, yet willing to work, should the colony take care of them in return. They can be invited in right away or later, in case the settlement needs more time to prepare.
Invite the colonists by firing the signal flare from the campsite options when the colony is ready. Okay. Cabin with stock. Okay. So I'm gonna switch over to mouse and keyboard because go here, here. So I have a water collector, which is good because I see water up here. And I have a stockpile and I have a food storage. Alright. right here next to. Okay, so anywhere within this circle is going to get gathered. Gotcha. Okay, now let's shoot the flare. Alright, so we should have settlers arriving. Your work here.
Your first colonists have arrived. Prompted by the signal flare, the rest of the group arrives at the prepared campsite. Despite all the hardship ahead, it's time to rebuild and turn this hostile place into a home.
Okay. Oh wow, oh wow. There are a lot of them. Got berries there. Okay, we're gonna move your work area over to here because there are 3 berries to collect. More back this way, but oh, I can zoom out, thankfully. Now what? Now I need to build a shelter, which I suppose is gonna be these tents here. Select a colonist. What am I doing selecting a colonist? Looking at their information. Okay. So I need to build more shelters. Okay.
Uh-huh. All right.
And these are the brand colonists. Okay. So we are collecting wood. Using resources. Oh, I can click up here. Okay. Resources are the ingredients for everything in your colony. They can be used to construct buildings or refined into more advanced products. Check how many resources you currently have stored from the top bar, and for a more detailed view, see the statistics menu. Okay, so I suppose these are my resources. So I've got 36 firewood. Okay, so does that mean I can build? Okay, so I need firewood. And okay, I have. Okay, what is? No, go back here. What is this? Plastic? I have 150 plastic. Don't know where it came from. We are gonna build. There we go. More tents. Okay, need to build a water collector. Needs to be on the shore. Okay. It's not. Oh, that's not water. That's okay. Gotcha. It's shore of what? A puddle? Sheesh. Oh wait, no. Here's a big ass lake over here. Can I move this? No. Yep, I completed the water collector. Okay, so now I need to build more shelter. Increase food production. Colonists will need food to avoid starving to death. Stable production can be achieved by building a trapper or a fishing pier. Build either of these buildings. Okay. Trapper, you can go over this way. Then I want to build a fishing pier. Yeah, there. Oh shoot, there's a deer. Just okay. Nope. More tents. Okay. think that should be enough houses. I think that's actually one too many houses. Or is it one too few? Task a specialist. Or select a specialist. Specialists are skilled individuals that can protect the colony or explore the world map. Units can be sent to the world map from their info panel once the gate. Specialists can gather some basic resources like berries and wood when directly commanded. You can easily find your specialist in the specialist menu up at the top. I see it above, and select multiple by holding it and dragging the cursor on the colony map. Holding and dragging. Select a specialist.
What's up?
Okay. Gloriosa. I see her. Go collect some berries.
Yes?
You too, Stella. Oh.
Huh? Yep.
Where is my food there? Change the game speed. See that? Insufficient construction materials for whatever tent. Okay. Reserves, water reserves used until production is increased. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Water shortage. Completed the trapper. Start resource production. Okay. Gather basic resources to keep constructing buildings. Recyclers gather plastic, trash deposits gathered around the colony. Build one of said. Oh, recycler. Okay. Got it. Let's build a recycler. Yeah, there's good. I built a water thingy, right? Do I need more? No, which one's water? Under. Build a road. I gotta get my water figured out, damn it. Wood has been depleted at this deposit. Okay, so we'll move the work area over here. There's more wood here, but build next. Yes. Need plastic. Well, fertile terrain. Okay. The water storage would be a good idea. Does it matter where water storage is built? No, I guess it doesn't. Yes, I know there are insufficient materials, but whenever we get them. Okay, this is in progress. Hurry up. There we go. Your work area is fine. Alright. Wood deposit depleted. There. That's fine. Still have this. Why don't we get wood from the trees, huh? Why doesn't that happen? (83% efficiency). I am waiting until we get some water, damn it. Okay, what do you need? Wood and plastic.
Huh?
Nope, that. Built this thing. Is this staff? Yeah. Okay. Are we all going to bed? Is that what's happening? Commotion in the camp. Someone yelling inside a tent.
Suddenly, muffled cries for help start echoing from one of the shelters. Inside, a large hole has opened up in the ground, swallowing the poor colonist.
The shelter was apparently built on top of a small sinkhole. A makeshift ladder should help the colonists out without injury. Sure. Wait, I don't have the wood for it. Or do I? Oh, apparently I don't. What is this? Oh, it's firewood. Damn it. Looked a bit dumbfounded by the seeming lack of empathy. I'm sorry, it's not my fault we didn't have any wood. Whose fault is it? It's the gatherer's fault. Do I have any plastic yet? For being easy mode, this is not very easy. This is frustrating. Yeah, these people are dehydrated. Come on. He's dehydrated, he has a poor shelter, and he has a disagreement with somebody. Yay. What is this? Societies. Milestones. Okay. I don't know what that means. Shh. Why do you suck? Why do I not have any plastic? Give me the plastic. I have 12 plastic. I'm not building a road until I get my water figured out. Okay. Finally got enough to build the water collector. What about a well? I don't have enough to build a well. Okay, so fertile. So fertile, I suppose, is the light green. And the more yellow is not as efficient. Okay. Yeah, I know they're insufficient materials, but whenever we get them. And you know what? for good measure, we're gonna build another one.
And his name is John Cena!
Hello, Errant Knight. Good evening. Why can't I place this here? Too close. Oh, they can't be placed too close together. It did say that. That is that thing. Okay, fine. Fine. Put it over there. Water is the most important resource. Got that. Yeah, I know there are insufficient materials for that also. I got it.
Hmm?
Oh, no. Damn it. Okay, you guys still have wood to collect. That's good. Small pollution deposit. Oh, yay, pollution. Happy Thursday, dude. So this is... I didn't know what this was. I didn't know what I was getting into when I tried this game. I didn't look these up prior. This is a city building thing, a la like Civ, but in the post-apocalypse. Or like a lot of the mobile games.
Huh?
You guys suck. Production limit, what? What does production limit mean? The max it can produce. Now, how do I reset this? Okay, I'm gonna set this to 500, just cause. And I'm gonna move the work area. There we go. So encompass all 3 of these trash spots. Apparently, I'm gonna have to build another one of these because apparently, it takes. It's a Paradox interactive game. Yeah, it's gonna mean it's overly complicated. Yeah, there's so far a lot to it. It wants me to build a road, and I don't even have sufficient water, or I barely have sufficient water. Okay, so we have some food. I don't know how much more of this I want to play. Let's see. Recycler, there we go. Nah. Okay, there we go. That should work.
Uh-huh.
No, the water well. I want to select the well, which is under construction. Okay, good. Happy almost Friday, Errant Knight. What is this?
Not everybody is equally skilled in the art of building, but one of the colonists seems extraordinarily bad at it.
Hey. Every time I open one of these, it needs resources that I don't have. Faulty old Swedish methods. How do I put this out? Damn it. What do I do with this? Okay, so I can't put it out. I just have to repair it with plastic that I don't have. Okay, now I do. Days of the week have no longer have any meaning. One long stretch of unemployed days. Yeah, I can understand that. It just sucks that you haven't been able to find anything. That weird place of overqualified and underqualified, but mostly the over, is kind of nuts.
Yes?
No. Okay, so those are both still producing. What is next in the queue to produce? This other well? Is that what's happening? Okay, so let's do this. Why is this not being repaired? No one occupying it anyway. Also, I didn't know tents could occupy multiple people. Fine, let's demolish it. I don't care. Didn't know that tents could hold 3 people. That was not explained to me. Before I can build a road, I want to increase my plastic production because apparently it's slow. Okay, got water building up. So, road. Why do I need to build a road anyway? Building roads across the colony speeds up colonist movement. That's why I need to build a road. Roads ensure the resources in the colony move around swiftly. They also reduce colonists' tiredness, which can accumulate while walking great distances. Okay. So... what is that being built? Water storage. Okay, that's good. So where do I want to build roads? No construction resources required. Okay, so what, do things get brought back here for storage? Okay, some firewood, fiber. None of the food that's being produced goes there. I did see food somewhere. Food storage. Okay, okay. Colonist Charlotte is irradiated. What do I do about that? Someone's been stealing. Okay, set a production limit on whatever. Save storage or free up colonists for more important tasks. Right, I am nowhere near having any kind of limit that I want. Build a medical tent. Charlotte is irradiated. Na-na-na-na. Build a medical tent. Okay, that's what it means by she's irradiated. Okay, selling the plank.
Someone seems to have been stealing wood from the storage. A few colonists go to investigate, and after a bit of detective work, return with a group of rowdy children, one under each arm.
Report. Is tearing it down gonna make people upset at me? Leave it alone for now. Okay, good. Okay, good happiness. Good. I'm still overall unhappy, but good. Okay, fine. Build a medical tent. Okay. Medical tent. Medical tent. Right here next to the water is a good idea. You're hungry. Yeah, go eat. I still need to build a road. Apparently I can't build it through. I don't know, man. Use the road. Insufficient materials for the medical tent. What do we need here? 55 wood. That will come eventually. The wood gatherers have not let me down so far. They have not been stupidly slow like the plastic gatherers. Mother truckers. Before I can build the outhouse, I have to finish the medical tent. We're almost there. Wait, hold on. Which one is the wood? Okay. Is there nobody working on gathering wood? I don't see anything about assigning people to it. Wood depleted from what, here? Okay. Okay, so she's irradiated. Oh, look at that. No. This is not a fun streaming game. Not really. That waste pile is about to blow. What waste pile? What waste pile? I can't. How do I rotate? There we go. I mean, you? You're dirty. Look. Okay, so we built this other water well is what happened. Okay, so now I've got good amount of water. We're good on water. Okay, fine. Outhouses pollute the area around them. Okay. Alright, there are some places that are already polluted. Why would you put it there? Okay. Hurry this up. I did nicely. There we go. That is 12 colonists and we have 1 carrier. Okay. Stranger has appeared in the colony. How did she manage to slip in? Sure. +3 colonists, fine. Yes, we're gonna build the gate eventually. Alright, now, Charlotte. Charlotte, I need you to go here. Is that where she's headed? Yes. Good. Good. Now, we need the outhouse to build next. All of you people collecting plastic need to pick up the pace.
Uh-huh.
Anyone? Okay, someone has to work at that.
Huh?
No. Oh, port water. Oh. Not insignificant. 7. Okay, this one, I'm just gonna demolish it. Yeah, I don't need to worry about that. I need people doing other things. You're hungry. Go get some food. We do have plenty of food. Charlotte, you should no longer be irradiated. Build another outhouse. And you know what? For shiggles, we are gonna build, guess what? Another outhouse. 3 outhouses ought to be enough for now. But you know what? I'm gonna set a timer for like 6 more minutes. Because this is honestly frustrating. Six minutes. When that timer goes off, I'm going to switch over to the other one that I think I'm going to enjoy. I don't want to build the gate yet. I need to get these people clean. Oh, now I have some plastic. All of a sudden, I've got a ton of plastic. Whatever. I should probably build a road out to the outhouse here. No. Road. There we go. Why can't I build through? No, they're still collecting this wood. Hurry up. Insufficient materials. You don't say. There we go. So now I can finish this road. Okay, what is this? There There we go. There's 3 over here. That should last plenty. I already tell this pile is being depleted, but that's fine. How are you doing on storage? You're fine. Build the gate. Now, I think we're at a point where I'm gonna... Okay. So, the outhouse is in progress. Let me get that finished. Then we're gonna... that's done. Now we're gonna exit. We are gonna save. And we're gonna exit. Okay. Now we're gonna try... What's the other one called? Earthlock. After I go and uninstall Surviving the Aftermath. That is not a stream-friendly game. There's a lot of waiting for things to happen. Snow Castle. The Norwegian Film Institute. So this is the Norwegian game. Epic integration right inside the game. I do appreciate that. As opposed to the other one doing the epic integration in a separate window behind other windows. It's kind of loud. The ruins of the past, shrouded in mystery. Legends claim men bowed in fear and awe of the mythic civilization that ruled across all of Umbra. Godlike, harsh rulers who harnessed Amri, the magical energy they stored in our planet's core. There was an uprising. In the midst of war, Umbra shook and ground to a halt. The Amri core burst, spilling across the lands that day and night split into. Volcanoes erupted. Tsunamis rose. And when the sea calmed, the mythic race was but a memory, and Umbra was a... In its remains, flowers and beasts were tainted by Umbra, for good and bad. Men and others struggled on. Soon, new civilizations grew. Now, Umbra is calm. In the north, the Subian Empire rules. But dark whispers dwell in the ruins of the old. Okay. The prologue. Suvia, House of the Great Wave. This reminds me of a Final Fantasy game. Rise and shine, Taika. Just one more class, then it's the first cadet flight mission. Taika is the beast here. Wait, hold on, no, go back. Got a whole chest here. Okay, some healing things and some lance. Got my slinger and power glove ready. Bring on the exam. Okay. Out we go. Proper locked. Oop, don't want to go in here yet. That appears to be an elevator. Temporarily out of order, aka inaccessible. Can't go that way. Okay. Hi, Ivory. My name is Ivory. My brother's an owl and says that High Owl Lady Lumia seems a bit worried these moon runs. Wonder what's going on. What are moon runs? months? Just one more class and some of us will be flying. Glad I studied here at the academy and not at the archive. Boring hours. I mean, some people like that. I heard you snuck into the sewer canals once. That true? I'd be terrified. Heard so many slimy rumors about that place. Okay, can't talk to him. I love to use traps because they won't know, and boom, they go off when your opponent tries to melee attack. Oh, great. Is it going to be like a turn-based combat thing? Excited about the scouting mission? I heard they're still struggling with the goblin presence. I've got that stuff written up for you for the history to take. Oh, jeez. Healing ball. Cool. You're right, Taika. I need to finish up combat training to get to fly. Okay, so I can't go out that door yet. High quality firearms. Okay. So now let's go talk to the instructor. Welcome to your final combat exam, Miss Lavender. Are you nervous? Why would I be nervous, instructor? If the general's daughter failed her exam, it'd be a little embarrassing, no? Gee, thanks for bringing that up, instructor. Let's get to it. Sorry, Stormdog, you're gonna have to sit this one out. Okay, ready when you are. Okay, so Taika is what's called a Stormdog. Welcome to Final Combat Training. I've, instead of Ivy, I don't think that's a good shortening of the name Ivy. We will start with swirly combat abilities. Oh. Combat abilities allow you to select from a list of abilities in your current stance. Using abilities in your scout stance costs both Omri and 1 turn. Select combat abilities and attack the target. Yes, man. I have a good fighter monitors their health closely. Items give you access to potions. Select items and use potions if your health gets low. Yes, man. Okay. Fire Trap. A melee attack that inflicts physical piercing damage, and Fire Trap inflicts magical fire damage when the target performs an melee ability. There's 4 different kinds of damage. And he gets hit when he does a melee attack. Okay. Let's do Thunder Fist. A melee attack that inflicts both physical, crushing, and magical electro damage. Yeah, sure. That was easy. Good work. Next, you'll fight a flying creature. Remember, you'll have to use ranged attacks to hit it. Switch stances to access ranged abilities. Bring on whatever you got, instructor. In this lesson, we'll cover stances. Different sets of combat abilities allowing you to choose strategies depending on enemy type. Your scout stance gives you access to melee abilities. Your slinger stance gives you access to ranged abilities. As you can see, the target is now flying and cannot be hit by a melee attack. Change to the slinger stance so you can attack the flying target. How do I change stances? Okay, R1. Slinger, good, okay. Costs 1 turn, allowing your enemy to attack. You can set your starting stances from the pairs menu before combat begins. Okay. And use lane. Swooping shell. Okay, do it again. Final lesson, I have combat engagement. Enemies will attempt to engage in combat if you get close enough to them, but will give up if you get too far away. The combat countdown timer is displayed when enemies attempt to engage in combat. It shows both the number of enemies and the remaining time before combat starts. Press circle to get the first turn in battle before the timer runs out, or the enemies get close and strike. The experience you gain is significantly increased. Significantly! All caps! Increased by fighting more and more enemies. Be brave and bold. Gather and fight as many enemies as you dare. Approach the targets and try and engage both of them in combat. First turn. Okay. Okay. And I'm gonna have to change my stance. Okay, Taika can use Water Bomb. A multi-targeted ranged attack like Water. Psychic. Or Sixth Sense. Learn new abilities from Fantasy. Learn ability to add to Taika's knowledge, adding an additional element. Water bomb, fire breath. Wait, that was bite. Oh yeah, fire breath sounds good. Hit both targets. Yeah. Okay. Fire trap, yes. And we're gonna fire breath. Oh, Taika gets to go twice, or what? Okay, I wasn't paying attention to the armory. Let's use bite. Nom. And we're gonna Thunder Fist. Boom. We win. Bonus XP from additional enemies. Gotcha. Congratulations, cadets. This class marks the end of cadet training and the beginning of, hopefully, some long, illustrious careers you can be proud of. General Lavender will now announce which pilots will be sent on their first scouting missions. Look at that guy. He do be short. A word of caution, the scout patrol is routed along the burning coast. We lost a couple good pilots at the Goblin Camp by the Zabirum Temple. This mission is no walk in the park. Thank you, Instructor Vera. Listen up. The cadets that have flight clearance for this first scout mission, Punch, Judy, Tim, Ivan. Commander Ichabo will evaluate your performance, and trust me, I listened to what he says. You'll find the flight clearance documents on your desks. That will be all. What? She gets sent on a separate special mission, I'm guaranteeing you. Are you serious? I'm the top of the class. You deliberately took my name off. Watch your tone, Ivory Lavender. You're speaking to your commanding officer. If you or any other cadet isn't ready, they will remain here and train harder. You being my daughter has nothing to do with my decision. It has everything. Class dismissed. Commander Achabo, I assume preparations are complete for my immediate departure to Anu. All is prepared, General. Yeah, she gets a special mission. Good job, Punch. Does he get to let her take his place? Before anyone catches us. So no, he doesn't get to let her, but she's gonna do it anyway. I stole the flight clearance. Let's go. There's a bird. Hello, bird. Let the bird out. Oh. Caw! Bye-bye, birdie. Be free. This one is, these two are broken. Okay. Some moon run to go. What's a moon run? Other hangar. What does that mean? I mean, I have to go through the other door that looked like that one? And there's gonna be some kind of event? Other hangar? No, what? Where am I supposed to go? I don't know what that is. Oh, hey, a chest. Ooh, healing bomb. Oh, this way, okay. It's a rocket! Oh, I overhear conversation. We brought him in, Commander. No one saw us. Excellent, soldier. Make sure to double the guards on that stuff. Ive, what on Umbra are you up to? Hasn't your father taught you the word to eavesdrop? I'm just getting my helmet, Commander. Right, of course. Forgive my harsh tone. Carry on, cadet. That helmet. Dumb. And away we go. Yes. Get me strapped in. Do I get to actually fly the thing? There's not much clearance there with that swoopy gate thingy at the top. Meanwhile, back at the range, outside the Zabirum Temple. These the works. You okay, Uncle? Yeah, just give me a minute. You should have stayed in bed. I can handle this. Ah, nonsense. Just because I'm sick, I can't let you have all the fun. Uncle Benjo, don't worry, I'm on. Yeah, now we're here. The Zabirum Temple. Exciting. Isn't it nice not knowing what's next? Doesn't that make for the most exciting adventures, huh? Yeah, you've told me 1,000 times. Now, why are we here? You've got the patience of a toddler, Amon. There's an undiscovered artifact in the Zabirum Temple. Lady Avandu's tip. Another one of Avandu's tips? She usually has good leads. Yes, she does. Let's head in. Sus! Hey, there's a statue. This looks like that statue's saber. Are there more of them? Yes, there are many, scattered all over the world, I believe. Made by a group of nomads to show their people a safe place to save. Legends say that they even have a secret magical property as well. Guess we can catch our breath here for a minute before we go on. Good idea. Okay, game is safe. Wait, what? Now it's safe. Did it ever autosave? Hey, there's a fucking bug. Guess I should fight it. Thief stance and a blaster stance. Thief stance can steal items and dollar, which I guess is money, from the enemies, or use stab to deal piercing damage. Switch to the blaster stance to deliver powerful exploding elemental and non-elemental attacks. Spud ammo. Uncle Benjo. Let's go. Okay. So it's flying, so I can't use melee, so I gotta change stances, which is not ideal. Okay, Spud Blast. Oh, that was Uncle. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. Engage! Okay. Multi-enemy. No one died. See a chest up ahead. But the one over here, yeah. Healing bomb and $100. That's actually where the name dollar came from. Like the currency dollar. It's from a currency called Thaler, T-H-A-L-E-R. That was shortened and changed to whatever to dollar. What was the last one? I don't know. No. Could have done the other one together. Oh well. Easy peasy lemon. You'll buy that for $1. This is very, very Final Fantasy-esque. Guys in this temple look funny. I'd buy that for $1. In a Zelda game, this bridge would be falling out underneath me. Those slats look totally unstable. That weapon looks not fun to deal with. Oh, dang it. I was trying to draw it over to those little pink mice looking things. First strike. Called a whip tail. Okay. Fire tail. There we go. Uncle is totally gonna die or get trapped or something. How do I get to my item? There we go. There. 34 spot, but what other items do I have to inspect? Whatever. Or whatever. Okay, so here's my goal. How do we get inside? I was hoping this would do the trick. It's an old relic that belonged to your parents. I tried it long ago, and I'm counting on you having better luck than me. Wow, what's it supposed to do? Manipulate Omri. Try it on that Omri apparatus over. The blue pot-looking thing. No, before I do that, I want to explore down here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, there's another apparatus. Okay, which I cannot do anything with, presumably, until I do the other. I can build that bridge, I can almost guarantee. Something, one of those things. Open sesame. What do I do? Oh. Okay, so I collect Omri. Okay, well that's annoying. Give me the chest. Kisses of Fleece. Okay, so I'm assuming different colored Omri exists. So where do I get the green? Oh, over here. How do I get this open? Probably something to do with like deactivating this. Yep. Called it. $125. There we go. It keeps trying to give me these loading screen tips, but I can't read them. They're too fast. Ooh. That does look like an enemy. Yep. Earth Tremor. Alright. You are gonna fire blast, Uncle. And then stab. should change stances back. Yeah, we're doing more damage this way. Okay. I don't care about wasting fire ammo. Okay. Last one. There we go. And we leveled up. Zabirum Seeker. Glowy. Some sort of ancient disc. What is it? No idea. Some ceremonial ornament? Yeah, perhaps. Well, excellent. Reckon we'll get a nice sum for it back in home. Back home in Saber. Ugh, my breath. Let's go home. Uncle gon' die. Who are they? Bad guys. They found it. Report to her immediately. Finding that temple guardian was the best. Hopefully this treasure will make us quite a bit. Yeah, hopefully. You've exhausted yourself. Just tired. I'll be okay. I'll make a big pot of honey medicine. That'll help me out. No, Uncle, you stay. You need to rest. I'll gather some BBs. It'll be good for your heart. Okay, thank you. Just head out of town. They're in the Northwest Plains. Hold on, I want to save. Oh, I don't have any saves to play. How do I want to save. Quest from that guy. He looks upset about something. Free the bird! Free bird. Free bird. We really have to go through this whole cutscene. What are... Okay, you were just miming shooting. You look bad and weird. Strange bolts. Okay, talk to this guy. Hi, Amon. Good to see you. There are piles of metal scattered all over Umbra. I feel like I'm the only one trying to do something about it. Help me by removing all the scrap metal from the northwest. Okay, got a quest. Oh, I saw a save thing. I saw a save thing. Yes. Okay. Now we're done. Not the kind of game I want to play. It's not bad. Just not entertaining. I feel like I played each of those games for less than a half hour each. Oh boy. Who is that? Guess who has to really think stuff through with a game while being partial potato brains? You already almost lost 2 units in 3 missions of Darkest Dungeons. What's Darkest Dungeons? I've never played that. Darkest Dungeons game. I'm assuming it's like a D&D style thing. Or dungeon in singular. Okay. It's a side-scrolling dungeon crawler. Okay. Oh, let's go to the Steam page. Do that. Skip me through to the gameplay, please. Please? Please, can I have some actual gameplay? No. Okay, give me this other trailer.
Gazing proudly from its story. Our family fort.
No. No actual gameplay here either. Okay.
But we were in
Interesting. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. Part of that was gameplay? Okay. Yeah, the creepy, bloody, gory looking aesthetic, not really my thing. But I'm glad you're having fun. This Earthlock at least has cute-ish looking characters. It's just the turn-based combat and the JRPG style story and gameplay, not really my thing either. The best game I played recently, got it for a while back and never finished it. Okay. Best game I played recently, probably. Let's see. Oh, the Forest Quartet, for sure. The puzzles and the light and the chiaroscuro and the story and the brevity. It was an hour long. The entire game was an hour. Best game I played easily in the last 6 months. Easily. Before that, the Dungeon of Nihilbuk. Nihilbuk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. They did? I must have missed it. I think. Yeah, I must have missed it. Cat the Kangaroo was a fun N64 style 3D platformer. Against All Odds was fun hilarity and bonkersness. This was a good, short, easy PvP. How did I miss Darkest Dungeon? Epistory was fun because all of the gameplay was typing. It was great. DKO is a fantasy style brawler like Smash Bros. Fortune Shadow Torch was free again last week, but I already had it. Yeah. Not a big fan of resource management games like Surviving the Aftermath. Yeah, not a huge fan either. You liked the Epistory and Textursist. Textursist, I tried that at some point. What didn't I like about it? Probably if I remember correctly, you had to move around and then type in the middle of bullet hell typing game. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have that. Yeah. I think you had to like move and type, and I didn't care for that. Epistory was just typing. Now, a friend of mine gifted the Typing of the Dead on Steam. That was pretty fun. It's a zombie game where typing is your combat also. And so all of these typing games, I just feel really, really powerful. Yeah. Anyway, Typing of the Dead was like typing based House of the Dead. Yes, exactly. Without the pedal to step on to hide behind cover. House of the Dead is a really fun arcade game. Uh, because you've got your physical gun and your pedal to hide behind what's it called, cover and whatnot, and you shoot off the screen to reload. It's fun in person in an arcade. I could not play it like all by myself in the dark, or maybe not in the dark because I don't play in the dark. I have these lights on. Carnival. That sounds familiar, but I can't for sure say I've played it. No, I don't think I have. I like the Terminator arcade game also, which is basically House of the Dead but with robots, more or less. Or House of the Dead is Terminator but with zombies. This looks like some precursor to Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, I don't have any music going. It was a first-person arcade game where you had to shoot evil zombie clowns. Okay. Look at this image here. It's a very tiny image. You can buy the game for $200. It's not bad, actually. Or are you renting? This is the arcade rental now. Okay, so you're renting it for, I presume, multiple days. By the way, hi Lindy. Good evening. Happy to see you. Pretty much the player puts a token in the slot of a grave and essentially an evil carnival forms around you. Wow. Okay. These are such like N64 style arcade graphics. It's great. The greatest show unearthed. You got any plans for the weekend or for Thanksgiving? I'm not going to be able to stream again until, gosh, 14 days. Yeah, 2 weeks. I'm not going to be able to stream again until the 30th. Because I'm going to be doing Friendsgiving this Sunday. Next Thursday is Thanksgiving. I'm going to be in Arizona. Sunday, I'm going to be coming back from Arizona. And then I'll be back the next Thursday, which is the 30th. What kind of Thanksgiving plans do you have? Or anybody else watching? Do you have, you know, Thanksgiving traditions that you really like, or dishes that you really like? Nothing during the weekend, but Thanksgiving you might be doing multiple things. Ooh, oh man, that sounds like a lot. Even doing just one thing on Thanksgiving sounds like a lot to me. Although my Thanksgiving experiences have been with like my extended family, and that is a lot. There's a lot going on there. By the way, if you ever find yourself in Manhattan, I think this is in Manhattan, Kansas. There's a bookstore. No, it's like a gift store with like journals and art supplies and puzzles, and it's very touristy. But they have a cat. They have a ginger cat, and his name is Dave. And you can get stickers of Dave. And I am going to slap the sticker of Dave on the back panel of my computer right now, if I can get the sticker off separate. I'd intended to put it on the glass panel, but that doesn't sound like a very smart thing to do. There we go. We got Dave on the side of my computer. We love Dave because Dave is a ginger cat. He has a white tip of his tail. Eric's nephew and his kid and girlfriend are coming, and then your niece and her kids. Ooh. You'll be picking up a turkey tomorrow. That was a really fun episode. No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not in it. I cannot do Squidward's voice, by the way. Please, nobody ever ask me to do an impression of Squidward. I can't do his voice, because that's what you're going to get. That voice I just did, that's what you're going to get. Come here, cursor. I changed my category, and I was just not thinking about what I would... There we go. It's a free turkey. It's going to your younger sister. Where's the turkey coming from? Arg, 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 arg. SpongeBob, me boy. I can't do it very well, but I can do it better than Squidward. Plankton. I don't know if I can really get that, like, from the throatness that Plankton has. Local supermarket a few blocks away. Sweet. No, probably my best, what's it called? SpongeBob character would be the, a few moments later narrator, followed by Patrick. I can do Patrick, sort of. Ads in 36 seconds, by the way. Do you have a guesstimate on how big? Oh, I just realized. Okay, so this bowl reminded me. The other narrator. So this bowl reminded me. I brought this bowl down here because the other day, yesterday, 2 days ago, Tuesday, yes, Tuesday, when I was supposed to be making gumbo, I made truffles. And I'm gonna dig those out. So when I say that I was supposed to be making gumbo, so narrateur, hello Aaron Knight. When I was saying I was supposed to be making gumbo, the original plan was we were inviting a friend of ours over for dinner. We had one friend over on Monday. He had chicken daivan, which is a recipe from Paige's grandma. A few moments later. I can't really do a good French accent, but I can do that narrator's French accent because it's already fake. So we had a friend over Monday for chicken daivan, and we were going to have a different friend over Tuesday for gumbo that I had planned to make. But then Paige surprised me by saying, yeah, I got to go out of town for work. So, you two are just going to have dinner together. And the friend said, yeah, rather than it just being the two of us for the gumbo, why don't you make the gumbo Friday? Oh, I need to confirm with her whether she's going to come over for dinner tomorrow, or if I'm just saving the gumbo to have at Friendsgiving on Sunday. Baby turkey, don't know the sizing. Why would they sell a baby turkey? Anyway, here are my truffles. They are cocoa dusted. This is cocoa powder on them, but they're little like gem shapes. They were in molds that we got at Joanne. That's the same shape. There we go. Here's like a diamond shape, and got kind of a hexagonal shape. They're pretty good, and they're so simple. There are 3 ingredients. Let me grab this Ghirardelli recipe that I used with the Ghirardelli chips. Ghirardelli is, as far as I know, good chocolate. Okay. So 1 3/4 cups of Ghirardelli 60% cacao bittersweet chocolate baking chips, which is basically 1 bag. 1/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa to dust it with, which sounds like a lot, actually. I guarantee I did not use anywhere near that for this dusting. 1/3 cup of heavy cream and 6 tablespoons of butter. So you heat up your cream, you melt your butter into the cream, you pour that over the chips and mix it all up to where it's all smooth and even. And then I piped it into molds that are these gem shapes. But you could just leave it in the bowl to cool to room temperature and then refrigerate it for a couple hours. And then you scoop it into balls and then dust those with the cocoa. Now that I look at the bottom of this container, there is a lot of cocoa powder down here. I did use probably too much cocoa powder. But yeah, the reason I got the little bowl out was because I wanted to put some truffles in there and presumably let them get to room temperature. And I was supposed to do that earlier in the stream or before the stream, and yeah, that didn't happen. Because I wanted to know how solid they stay. Dad joke. The dad joke failed. Why did the dad joke fail? Hold on. Why did the dad joke fail? Nope, not what I wanted. Okay, so I need this, and I need that, and I need that, and then I need that. And then, oh, that's why it was looking at the wrong drive letter. Things changed. Okay. Okay, let me get you a dad joke. That's not a dad joke. Hold on. Where did I put the dad jokes? Oh, there they are. Okay. I asked my dog what's 2 minus 2. He said nothing. What did baby corn say to mama corn? Where's popcorn? Why didn't that work? Like, it should have at least sent it in the chat. Why isn't it? What are you doing to me? Bleh. Oh, okay. I needed to change it in 2 places. Okay, let me try this one more time.
Dad, can you put the cat out? I didn't know it was on fire.
That's fun. That was fun. That was good. No, but seriously, there are... How many? I have 169 dad jokes. Now, you can add your own dad jokes if you think they're not already in the list. That is a redemption that you can do, I believe. It costs a few more points. It costs double the points. It's not a dad joke. That is very much a child joke. Errant Knight, sir. Okay, so I am randomly... This reminded me. I am randomly upset at Japanese because I have run into my first homophone. Yes. Word that sounds the same as another word. Now, to be fair, they do share a kanji, but the second kanji is different. So, let's see. Hold on. Now, hold on. Hold on. Now, just... That's not the way it was taught to me. That is not the way it was taught to me. Okay. So... Oh, no, hold on. Nope, that's not right. Hold on. Okay, we can ignore the okurigana, whatever it is over here. Ignore these last 2. Oh, you can't see that. Just realized. So ignore these last 2 characters that are highlighted. This part here is Jinko. Okay? Jin for person, right here. And ko is construction. So this means man-made, artificial. Okay? Now look at population. This is also Jinko. The same pronunciation. Jin for person and ko for mouth. That's the number of mouths you have to feed is the population. So yeah, it's a homophone. And yeah. Apparently, like, I thought Japanese was full of them, and maybe it's not as full of them as I thought it was. Why is my phone dinging? What are you dinging at me about? I thought the sound I just got was a calendar notification. Apparently not. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. So I just remembered when I came down here, this Pikachu mug, that I could be having tea in, and I haven't been. Microwave and top rack dishwasher. Okay. Age 14 plus. I would trust 10-year-olds to use a mod. Bill Selena. Oh, okay. Why did I think? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, never mind. Okay, I'll talk to my grandma about that later. Apparently, I got the name. My ding-a-ling song. Is that stream appropriate, Eric? Am I gonna get a terms of service violation, Eric? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't suggest something like that. Okay, so apparently the guy's name of the house that we're staying at is Bill, not Mike. I don't know where I got Mike from. Okay, ding-a-ling song. Oh, it's Chuck Berry? I can't play that on stream. Sorry, bud. It's gonna be copyrighted. Not gonna be able to play that. But we can look at the lyrics. Cute little toy, silver bells hanging on a string. She told me it was my ding-a-ling-ling. I want to play with my ding-a-ling-ling. I'm pretty sure this is a double entendre and he means penis. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. Yeah, yep, that's exactly what this is. Once I was climbing on the garden wall, I slipped and had a terrible fall and fell so hard I heard bells ring, but held on to my ding-a-ling-a-ling. I think I'll just leave that right there where it is. I don't need that stuck in my head. Thanks though, Eric. No, but worse would be like the Ray Stevens songs. They're funny, but they are inappropriate. I don't even know if I should say, like, maybe you should listen to these because they're really bad. At least one of them is really racist. But it's funny. Listen to the Mississippi Squirrel Revival. That's pretty iconic Ray Stevens. Okay, I just thought of another one that's really racist. But it was the 60s. So, yeah, you know the Mississippi Squirrel? Yeah, the Streak! The Streak was pretty funny too. Yeah, but I have thought of two of his songs that are pretty racist and inappropriate, so I'm not going to suggest that. But the Mississippi Squirrel Revival is pretty funny. Pretty funny. I can't play it on stream because it's going to be copyrighted. But yeah, pretty funny. I used to get in trouble for listening to his cassette tape when I was younger, like 11, 12 years old. Then the problem wasn't that I was listening to the tape, is that I was listening to it when I was supposed to be going to sleep. So yeah. Oh man, Ray Stevens. In a similar vein is Bob Rivers. He does. My experience with him is he has a couple of Twisted Christmas albums where he takes traditional Christmas songs and carols and whatever and makes them fairly inappropriate but really funny. Like the 12 Pains of Christmas. So the first thing at Christmas that's such a pain to me is finding a Christmas tree. And then there's walking around in women's underwear rather than walking in a winter wonderland. Let's see. There's I am Santa Claus rather than I am Iron Man. And yes, the AC/DC song. What else is there? I'd have to like look at the album. There it is. The Chimney Song is one. The Magical Kingdom of Klaus. The restroom door said gentleman, and I would like to find the slimy little prick who had the nerve to switch the sides. 'Cause I've got 2 black eyes and 1 high heel up my behind. Now I'll never sit in comfort and joy. Wreck the malls rather than deck the halls. We wish you weren't living with us. We wish you weren't living with us. We wished you weren't living with us. We're not happy you're here. Didn't I get this last year? A plant in a moldy mayonnaise jar. They must have dug one up from their yard. There's another Santa Claus, there's another Santa Claus, there's another Santa Claus there. Jingle Hell's Bells is one of my favorites. I don't know exactly what it's a parody of. Let's see. Oh, a few of my favorite things. But it's the Hell's Angels singing it, but not really. Teddy the Red-Nosed Senator. That's probably the least appropriate one I can think of. There's Grab Ye Balls, like Michael Jackson. What's it to ya? What's it to ya? What's it to ya? What's it to ya? What difference does it make? And then there's more that I am not familiar with. Yeah. And then this playlist ends it off with Corey Taylor, which is much newer. I don't know. Yeah, you do need to look that up, Eric. It's pretty funny. Bob Rivers' Twisted Christmas. Oh, so James went to the vet on Wednesday to get his teeth cleaned. And cats don't just sit there and let the vet dig around in their mouth. They are not okay with that. So they have to be sedated. So he was there most of the day. I dropped him off around 8:30 and then picked him up around 3:30. And he was still a little bit drugged up. He didn't cry in the car on the way home. It's a 2-minute drive home. Maybe 3. I'll call it 3 minutes home. Because, so like, we're here at the end of the street is the middle school. At the other side of the middle school is the vet. Like, it's not far. I'm throwing my arm out here and I get jiggles and everything, but like, I'm not jiggly. It's just that my muscle is not flexed. Anyway, so yeah, he came home still a little stoned. He didn't get to eat for just about 24 hours. Poor guy. He is our largest cat. He could handle it the best. The other two, it took about 14 hours because they got fed at 4:30, so maybe it was 16 hours for them. They got fed at 4:30, the automatic feeder, and it goes every 6 hours ish. So we do 6 a.m., noon, 5:30 p.m., and midnight. And you know, the time change shifted all of that back an hour. So they didn't get fed at 11 and at 5 a.m. And they were all yelling their opinions about it to me when I got up in the morning. But as soon as I got back from dropping James off at the vet, I fed Charlie and Lily. So it had only been, it was about 9 o'clock, I guess. So it was about 16 and a half-ish hours since they had eaten, which is a good amount of time, but they weren't going to starve yet. And then James didn't get home until 3:30, and the feeder wasn't going to go off until 4:30. So that was the last time he'd eaten was 4:30 the previous day. So yeah, he went about 24 hours without food, but he's fine. He's 15 pounds. He's a large boy. He had the stores to make it through that. sometime soon, after I get back, I need to do this. I need to build the Harbinger rover, which is modeled after... Is this Curiosity? I think it's the Curiosity rover. They can't call it Curiosity because they don't have an agreement with NASA. This is a very, 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 very Chinese company. Check out the Curiosity rover. Ads in 45 seconds, not Curiosity. This one, is it Pathfinder? Or wait, is it Curiosity? It's kind of like Curiosity. No, I see Pathfinder back here. So I guess this one is most closely modeled after the Curiosity. Which, if you're unfamiliar, this is basically what it looks like. Now the model is a little different. Excuse me, oops. It's a little different, but it's got, you know, the 6 wheels and the arm and the periscope camera on top. Is similar. Are these anywhere near room temp yet? No, they're still pretty refrigerated feeling. I was hoping to get them to room temp. Oh, I just realized I have a snack to try, and it's a fairly time-sensitive snack, so we're gonna try that one without rolling the die. Paige brought home a couple of things from her trip down to Emporia. She brought churro Kit Kat, which is probably going to be pretty good. Churro Kit Kat. But she also brought me a pumpkin-shaped, pumpkin-flavored macaron from the Sweet Granada. If you ever find yourself in Emporia, 2 places you absolutely have to go are Mulready's and the Sweet Granada. The Sweet Granada is a sweet shop. It's attached to the Granada Theater, which is why it's called Sweet Granada. And when I say attached, it's literally the next door over. In fact, you could probably get into one from the other if you had the right key. So this is going to be a pumpkin macaron. I've had maybe 1 macaron in my life, and it's been since I met Paige, but they're not a normal part of, you know, sweets that I eat because they're expensive. But she got me this pumpkin flavored one. Well, it says pumpkin macaron. Now, I don't know if this is like maybe just a generic vanilla one that's shaped like a pumpkin, or if it's actually pumpkin flavored. So we're gonna give that a try in 10 seconds when the ad says it's no longer in progress. Okay, so now we're gonna try the pumpkin macaron. I don't know whether it's just pumpkin shaped or if it's pumpkin flavored. Actually, I need a palate cleanser. I should probably have some water after that bourbon. Just realized I need to try those pumpkin spice Cheerios also. Okay, pumpkin macaron. Give this a try. It is pumpkin flavored. And it's more than just pumpkin spice flavored. It's pumpkin pie flavored. And it's honestly really good. Now, there's something in the middle here that I feel like it's not a normal part of a macaron. It's probably like a little spice thing. But the texture, I didn't know what to expect, but I guess this is what a macaron is like. It's a little bit crunchy on the outside and then pretty kind of gooey on the inside of the cookies and then the cream. I have no complaints. This is really good. I wish I could save some of this for a page, but I'm not gonna. That is really tasty. Ah, that's really tasty. I really enjoyed that. Thank you, Paige, for bringing that home for me. Most of my snacks for the last several months, Paige has found. I've got several Linder truffles over there and the churro Kit Kats. Yeah, that was really good. Thank you, Paige. Saving a cookie, that don't happen around these parts. It wouldn't even be like a whole cookie. It'd be like a small piece of it. I'd be willing to bet that she got one for herself. I know she said she got herself 4 macarons. I don't know what flavor she got. I didn't look at them. I'd be willing to bet she got one for herself, but maybe not. But even if she didn't, too bad. I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed that. That was really yummy. Let's see. Okay, so they've softened some. And I can see why I wouldn't want to keep these at room temperature. Oops. Now I've got cocoa dust all over my keyboard. I can see why I wouldn't want to keep these at room temperature, because they would be pretty much just like a ganache filling of a truffle. I would be curious to know how to make truffles that are room temperature stable. But not this batch. I need to put those other 3 back in the container. I'm not gonna eat all of them. I don't know why I got so many out. But yeah, some cream, some butter, some chocolate chips. You got yourself some simple truffles. Now, the dark chocolate is fine. I do want to try with some sweet milk chocolate. Now I'd have to basically make a separate batch for myself because Paige doesn't like the sweet milk chocolate truffles, but that'd be okay with me, I think. I'm a little bit hesitant to end this stream because I'm not going to be back for 2 weeks. Let's take a glance at the game that's free next week that I'm not going to get to play. Deliver Us Mars. Deliver Us Mars is an atmospheric sci-fi adventure taking you on a suspense-fueled, high-stakes mission to recover the Ark colony ships stolen by the mysterious Outward. Narrative wretch, exploration, whatever. Okay. This looks interesting. Obviously made by people who do ice climbing for fun. Maybe for a living. Wow, this is all videos. There are no just screen grabs. It looks very pretty. It's very well animated and put together. And it has RTX, which I've got an RTX card. Yeah, Mars wouldn't fit in a, what's it called? What am I trying to say? Mailbox. It would have to go on your porch. Oh, sequel to the award-winning Deliver Us the Moon. Huh. Wow. Their faces are not good looking. Okay, that dude was good looking. Maybe they were just ugly women. I don't know. These are ships like crashed and gutted. I would not expect anything to be alive or worth finding there. Aaron Knight, you're bad. Deliverous Uranus. You're bad. I am curious about Deliverous the Moon. I want to look that up. You're bad, but you are funny. That is correct. Ooh. That's a bad time. Ooh, that is a bad, terrifying time. Being ejected into the vastness of space? Even in your suit, that's a really terrifying thing. I would rather die faster. Because you're just gonna drift with no control over where you're going until you die of starvation or dehydration. Okay, that looks cool too. If I had $25 to spend on it. But yeah, Deliver Us Mars looks really interesting, and I'm sorry I don't get to play it next week. It's a lot of videos. Frontier Foundry. So this is in-engine footage, but not in-game footage. That is a landing pod with a perforated parachute. WSA, I presume that's World Space Organization. Oh, it is open. Oh, there are footprints. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at here. Now, one thing I'm less than happy with about this particular trailer is she's moving as if she was in Earth gravity. Also, your boobs would not be that pronounced. Posted what you have so far on tonight's sketch. Let us go look. I see what looks kind of like a beholder and Donkey Kong, Mario, Yoshi, and Toad. Okay. Are Mario and friends exploring a dungeon and encounter the beholder? Anyway, yeah. Gravity on Mars is a significant amount less than it is on Earth. I'd have to look up exactly how much less. Let's see. Last mass, 38%. So less than half. So that walking she was doing as if she was under normal gravity was a little bit unrealistic, but it still looks very pretty and very interesting. I want to play this. Oh, here's some stills. Okay. So somebody built some stuff and there's a mining operation. I don't know. This seems kind of like Zelda slash, what's it called? Prince of Persia on Mars. Now, these solid chunks of ice and snow and whatnot, I'm pretty sure don't exist on Mars. Pretty sure. But you gotta suspend disbelief. Okay. Deliver Us Mars. That does look fun. Sad I don't get to play it on Thursday, but it is going to go on the wheel for potentially playing on some Sunday. Who knows? And I can't see any games past that, so I can't look at the game that's going to be free when I do get to come back and play. But I will come back and play it on the 3rd. I think I'm going to have to call it a night. It is 9:37. So Eric and Errant Knight and Lindy and Landon and whoever else stopped by, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for the dad joke redemption, Eric, and helping me figure out that things were not connected the right way in Touch Portal. Everybody have a great night. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Have a good Thanksgiving. Enjoy time with whoever it is that you're spending it with. If you have to spend it with family that you don't like, hopefully there'll be good booze. And if not, hopefully you'll have some good booze when you get home. And hopefully you won't have to punch anybody. I don't think I'm going to have to punch anybody. The one uncle that I might have had to punch passed away several months ago. So, yeah. So yeah, everybody have a great Thanksgiving. I will see you on November 30th. Peace out.